So we're back with another tutorial here. We're still working on Farmer Boy. I have a little bit to do left, but I'll kind of show what I've done to this point. I've tacked the hat around, give him suspenders with a tack pattern. The only thing about using a bunch of tacks on one certain piece, or even a whole piece for that matter, is that the tacks, in my opinion, start to dominate the piece as a whole. So there's other tacks in here, and I'll be filling them in, but I'm also going back and I'm just touching them up with a red, just a touch up red to kind of blend them into the pattern. Now, all these will still stay black, that won't. And then when I put the center of the hat in, that's going to also take the tacks, but it's going to give the illusion of a like the top of a hat with his head tilt back. So then all I got to do after that is attach the feet, the hands, and then the feet down here. So let's just get to work. So first of all, I got to punch these and get them, because I'm going through two pieces of metal. So they just punch on the piece instead of, I don't generally pre-punch these because I got to punch through them again anyway. So anyway. Let's go ahead and put a couple in those punches. Another thing about painted metal, whether it be painted on the barn like this is, or painted like this, if you do too much punching, then it's going to start cracking the paint. And that's why, in a way, the painting is kind of a pain, but then again, it usually looks good, so I'm not against it. It's just not my preferred method. And kind of in the hat, I'm just going to use a few. Kind of see, I'll split the difference on that one. I'll just give them another tap just to be sure that they're through both pieces. Actually, everything I've done up to this point, I recorded, or thought I was, so that's why we're not seeing this part actually happen, because I must not have hit record. So it's rolling now, so we're going to just finish up on this one. I've got another one to do, so we'll get to see these processes again. I'm just going to finish this up. So that's done. Now I'm going to go to the hands. I'm just trying to naturally progress down the piece or across the piece, however it works out. And I really don't want to put a tack in these hands, because that's hard to duplicate and it'll really take away. That's really just the paint from the original tin that stayed on. So I really don't want to tack it. So I'm going to kind of slide it underneath the sleeve here and try to tack it down under the piece. A little trick. That way I don't have to worry about necessarily putting one in that. So that's why I'm doing this. And you'll be able to see it better once I show the piece. Make sure that's straight and under there as easily as possible. So I generally just start where the pin's going to happen, and then just go ahead and tack it on down. Again, I don't want to hit it too hard or make too much noise around the paint, or really push it in there really hard, because the paint's going to flake. And sometimes it's okay, I can go back and touch it up, but in something like this where I kind of pattern this shirt with a technique, then it is hard to replicate. So it's kind of a good swift punch. I wanted to say that if anyone tries this, or produces one because of these videos here, let me know let me contact me and let me know the how it comes out, because I'd love to see it. Kind of, whenever you're going down straight pieces of metal, this is considered, I guess, straight just because it's in a straight line, of kind of a bulky piece. What generally happens is, if you don't place these tack punches in the right areas, then what'll happen is, if you go like here, and then you come here, and then you come here, then the metal's going to want to either spread or bubble. So you kind of have to work on a bigger piece like this. You kind of have to work left to right, and then you may have to go back and add one to kind of pin it down. So other than that, it's pretty simple, but you got to watch how you tack down, because that metal will want to, buck or roll on you down below it, and then you might already have a tack here at the bottom, and then you go back and put a tack here, it's going to bubble that in the center generally. So you just work, but if you go here, and then you hold the piece down, and then you put your tack in there, generally you're okay. And sometimes you can even angle them, like if you have the tack and this is straight down, sometimes in that last corner piece or something, like right here, I'll tilt it back at an angle and then just nail it in there, and it kind of will pull that out. So just little things that you kind of pick up along the way. And you also don't want to get too close to like points. I try to go at least a quarter to a half inch off a point, just because uh, if you get too close out here, it kind of, I just don't like the way it looks, first of all. And then second of all, you got to come back and kind of come off this side and just kind of tap it down, because when you put that tack in, this outside corner is going to roll up, and that's just going to happen every time. So kind of got to watch for that as well. So we'll slide his foot in there like that. I kind of did the angled tacks on these two because I want to try to pull this material and not really have to add any more in here. So I don't want any of this split up as pants here. I don't want it really buckling up too much on me, because otherwise I'd have to come back and put a tack, and that'll kind of, I believe it'll throw off the look of it some. So we'll try not to have to do that. So like I said, I don't know if you can see it good, but I'll just really angle that tack, get started, and go down, and then this is not buckling, so I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it, which is always a good thing when a plan comes together. Basically, FarmerBoy is done, other than a few touch-ups. Um, that's about him. So here's the finished project, and we'll wrap this one up for FarmerBoy. That is the finished product. So this is going to be an 18 by 18. I still have to cut. That's why there's lines. You might be able to see those on there. But this is going to be the size of the pattern. 18 by 18. He's the template, and we're done. Thanks for watching. Let me know where you're from, how you heard about the Steel Quilt Company, all kinds of information like that. It's always fun to know. So have a great day.